Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Sundo. Thank you so much for watching today's math video on elapsed time. Let's go ahead and let's get started. Today I will have a good learning attitude, be an active learner and grow my brain, and be a mindful problem solver. Our 8 mathematical practices of Jedi Masters. Today we will focus on number 1, I can solve problems without giving up, and number 7, I can use what I know to solve new problems. Our SOL is SOL 5.10. We will determine an amount of elapsed time in hours and minutes within a 24-hour period. This will be located on the calculator portion of your 5th grade SOL. Let's take a look at our big ideas. Time can be measured. Time is the duration of an event from its beginning to its end. Problems involving elapsed time can be solved using a number line diagram, and that's exactly what we're going to use today as we take a look at our strategy called the mountain strategy. The mountain strategy is made up of 3 different types of figures. We have our mountains, our hills, and our rocks. Mountains are worth 1 hour. Hills can be worth 5, 10, 15, 20, or 30-minute increments. Rocks are worth 1 minute. What we're going to do next is we are going to take a look at a real-world situation and apply our mountain strategy to our number line. Let's look at our word problem. It says Matt left for work at 8:35. He got stuck in traffic and didn't arrive until 10:07. How long was he stuck in traffic? Well, we need to first figure out what the problem tells us. So, we know that he left for work at 8:35, and we know that he didn't arrive until 10:07. What we don't know is how long he was stuck in traffic. So we need to figure out the elapsed time, or how much time has passed between 8:35 and 10:07. Okay, and even though this problem does not state, we are going to assume that he left for work at 8:35 a.m. and arrived at 10:07 a.m. So both of these times are in the morning at a.m. We are going to put the start time on the left-hand side of our number line. So 8:35 a.m. We are going to put the end time on the right-hand side, or at the end of our number line. So we would have 10:07 a.m. Now that I have my start and end time listed on my number line, I'm ready to begin placing my mountains, hills, and rocks. The first thing you're going to want to do is look at your start time. See if it's a friendly number. Is it a number that you can skip count easily by? Let's see, 8:35 a.m. It ends in a 5, so therefore, yes, this is a number that I can easily skip count by 5s, 10s, 15s, 20s, or 30s. Okay, so I won't need to use any rocks just yet. I'm going to save those. I'm going to start with my mountain because it is the biggest increment of time, as it's worth 1 hour. So I'm going to draw a mountain first. And I'm going to put a 1 inside my mountain so that I can remember that it's worth 1 hour. Now I'm going to look at how much time that would be. So if I start at 8:35 and go 1 hour later, that's going to bring me to 9:35 a.m. Okay, and I need to go all the way to 10:07 a.m. So what should I add next? Well, if I add another mountain, let's try that and see what would happen. If I add another mountain, that's going to take me another hour later, and it's going to bring me all the way to 10:35 a.m., which goes far past my end time. So therefore, another mountain will not work. I need to choose a smaller increment. So I'm either going to choose some hills or my rocks. Well, let's see. I'm at 9:35 a.m. and I'm still at a friendly number. So I'm not going to use any of my rocks just yet. I'm going to try and use a hill to do my next set of skip counting. Now, depending on what you would like to choose, you could make it worth 5, 10, 15, 20, or 30. It depends what you are comfortable skip counting by. Since I like skip counting by tens, I'm going to choose a hill worth 10. And that's going to take me to 9:45. I need to keep going because I have to get as close to 10:07 as possible. So I'm going to do another hill, and I'm going to skip count by 10 again. Okay, that's going to take me to 9:55. I'm still not quite there yet, so I'm going to do another hill worth 10 because I do like skip counting by tens. And that's going to take me to 10:05. Okay, now I love skip counting by tens, but if I skip count by another 10, it's going to take me past my end time again. So this time, since I only need to go from 10:05 to 10:07, I know that I can now use my rocks because they are only worth 1. So I'm going to do 10:05, 10:06, and then that last rock takes me to my end time of 10:07, which is right where I need to be. Now that we've placed all of our mountains, hills, and rocks on the number line, it's time to count them up. Here we go. 1 hour and 10, 20, 30, 31, 32 minutes. So how long was he stuck in traffic? He was stuck in traffic for 1 hour and 32 minutes. Okay, so this is one strategy that you can use to help you solve elapsed time. The reason that this strategy is helpful for some students is because it allows you to skip count, which can sometimes be easier than using a number that's not so friendly. For instance, looking at something like 10:07. Since that ends in a 7, that's a little bit more tricky to skip count by. But when we have numbers that we can get to end in a 5, a 10, a 15, a 20, or 30, and then that's going to help us skip count very easily and get a nice accurate answer for our elapsed time problems. Okay, so that is the mountain strategy in a nutshell. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to practicing this strategy in class with you this week. Have a great day, everyone.